sons, you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Boom.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time moves on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shade my smile.
Alright, that's this one. Okay, they surely thought the marriage wouldn't last. Did I do that? I think it's old. Okay, that's from the 18th. Okay, that's that. Alright, next tweet. This is here. Prince Harry going to support has never been in question. Quote, the relationship with at NetFlix and us being on the front edge of that is fantastic. At We Are Invictus are pleased with the potential impact of an Invictus documentary. Find out more. Oh, okay. I bookmarked this, but I didn't listen to it. Let's hear.
Prince
Okay,
Harry's
so I'll
ongoing
go have
support
a
has never been in question. I mean, that was, you know, he's described Invictus to me not as his second child, but as his first child. I mean, he, you know, and he's about to have a third. No, but he's passionate about it, and he always has been, and he's always been deeply engaged, and it's always been he who has brought us back to the really important thing, which is about the competitors and about the friends and family. He's really focused on that. So that was never going to go away. But the relationship with Netflix and us being on the front edge of that is fantastic. I mean, to be able to shine, you know, the Netflix spotlight on the Invictus generation, on those people who Prince Harry's always said are exemplary people. You know, they're extraordinary role models. They're people who have served, people who have suffered, people who've done extraordinary things to rebuild themselves. You know, that the broader global public will now have access to that in a way that they simply haven't had before. Because whilst it's been broadcast, and whilst national broadcasters have done a really good job, this just, I think, will expose it to a lot of people. And I think people draw a lot out of it. That's why Invictus is a popular thing. That's why the brand is as big as it is, given the size of our organization and the length of time we've been doing it. It's extraordinary. And this will multiply that. It'll amplify it in a really powerful way. So I'm really, really delighted that we're doing it. I think it's going to be a very significant step forward in the way that people understand not only disability, but service, which is what the Duke's always been trying to get across.
Wow, I didn't hear that when I bookmark it. But Invictus is Harry's baby. This is why he had to take it with him when he left. All right. So the royal family, they have no capability to create something fresh, something new. Okay, but Harry had that because he had that kind of a mindset. They always dim his light down. All right. So when I think he was always in that space where, if I find a woman, I want that woman to be able to, if I'm ready to leave, okay, she'll be okay with it. This kind of thing. Because when you look at this guy, there's one video I know I saw and I could never find it again. Where he said, whenever he bring an idea up, and they always put it in the back burner because they take the other senior royals more important, because money had to go to certain charities or something here and there. They always put his ideas in the back burner. All right. So all of these, he probably chipped these ideas to the royal family and then they brush it off. But guess what now? All right, for being so petty, now he's cashing in on those ideas they were brushing off. All right, hoping those airheads or egghead could come up with something. All right, to put his name on the map. Okay, he never came up with anything. Okay, so they're waiting for him, never did anything. All right, so now Harry's cashing in on it, and I'm pretty sure this is some of the things that he chipped in with NetFlix, and that remind me of Rising Phoenix. Maybe, okay, Rising Phoenix documentary was just a sort of a bargain chip. Maybe it was a bargain chip for NetFlix, and Harry probably said, okay, it could have easily, this is my humble opinion, I do not know anything about this, and I could see this playing out now, why they have the contract with Netflix. Let's say Rising Phoenix, which is on Netflix, and I saw it and I did my review on it and all of that, and it bring so many ideas where I did the ADA videos and all of that, and after I did the ADA videos, I ran out of ideas. All right, but I have something in mind, but I'm gonna keep it in mind until I'm ready to share it with you. Since the Rising Phoenix, I still feel strongly about it. All right, but YouTube is not letting my channel advance, so I can't really say what it is. All right, so with that being said, with Rising Phoenix, I could see maybe Harry bring that idea to Netflix and said, look, I'm chipping this idea with you, and hopefully we could, whichever it went, okay, to make a deal with you to pay me for documentaries here and there. Maybe Netflix was not so sure about it, and had a little bit question mark about it, and then Harry probably said, okay, if you're not sure about it, I'm gonna do the Rising Phoenix as a, how do they call this, when how do you call this? They have a term for it. It had to do with television kind of thing, when they testing it to see if the audience will like it. They have a term for it. I can't think of it right now. Maybe Rising Phoenix was one of those where Harry said, okay, I'm gonna do this documentary. All right, and then you tell me how that goes, and then we could negotiate a deal. Okay, so you see Rising Phoenix come out, okay, and then it got good review. People were talking about it. The squad were watching it on Netflix and all of this, and then it probably blew the Netflix people's mind and said, okay, let's make a deal. All right, and that's how probably that $1 million whatever contract came about. Okay, so he had to prove himself. For those royals to think to have royals next to your name is gonna give you those things. Okay, I believe the Rising Phoenix was an example. Okay, it could have easily be maybe, or maybe for less amount of money, just to show the executive at Netflix to see how it goes, so they could negotiate the $1 million kind of contract and stuff like that. I'm just saying. All right, so this is what I think. Now that everything is coming out into play here, this is what I think the Rising Phoenix was somewhat all about. Look, again, just my humble opinion. I could be a quadruple million % wrong. All right, so that's that. And knowing him saying all of this, Harry really feels strongly about his work. All right, if you're not passionate about it, there's no way you'll see all those possibilities. Okay, I could see Harry bringing these kind of ideas to the Royals when he was with the institution. Okay, I could see him pitching those ideas in. All right, but they rejected it, hoping for the others to come with something, and they never did. All right, so there's more videos here. Let's see here. With just under a year to go until Invictus Game National at West NL. Okay, organizers are ahead of the curve. Find out more. Oh, there's more. 50 minutes.
Knowing that we
Seconds
can
here.
go back to getting people into a stadium and bringing people together. We are probably further ahead of the curve a year before the event is really on. That we also have some time to do some storytelling and really focus on social impact and trying, to start telling the story around the Invictus Games from now on. So we know what the games will probably, 80% will probably look like, but we can, connect some dots, bring charities or bring people together to also share the knowledge that the whole Invictus Games Foundation has gathered over the last couple of iterations in, around PTSD and bring this knowledge to the health worker arena, knowing that we can go back to getting people into a
Like I said in one of my video, I said something like Harry and Meghan, I'm telling you, this pandemic is so beneficial to them. Unfortunate, not for everybody. Some people lost their loved one, and the other day I found out my cousin's wife, mother. Okay, in other words, his mother-in-law. That's it. That's the term. Mother-in-law have COVID. All right, but she's not showing strong sign of it. But every time she go tested, and she has it. All right, this is the thing here. Some people show it differently. But with that being said, all right, the point for bringing that was that not everybody's lucky with that, with the COVID pandemic. But for the Sussexes, they use that opportunity to gather information and cash in on it in their own way without abusing other people, like you see those tabloids are doing. All right, this is the thing here. All right, so while the pandemic is there, so Harry and Meghan, the Invictus, all right, is using that opportunity to advance their cause and make the Invictus Game a little bit better, and then do a storytelling behind each of those athletes and stuff like that. And one of my ADA videos where, I found out one of those past athletes, all right, was so much in pain. She got gold in the Invictus, but she was so much in pain. She took her own life. Meaning that, not, hang herself or anything like that, is that there's that thing of vaccine, or I forgot which country she was in, where someone could make a decision to do it somewhat humanely, go to a certain place, to a doctor, and be euthanized, and to be killed or something like that. All right, so that woman was so much in pain, where the only thing for her was to just go. She can't take the pain anymore. All right, so all of this, you would think on the surface people are so great and all of that, and look at it, I didn't even know Harry was doing this. All right, it's because I felt like I didn't have the knowledge to be in the space to be talking about it. But when I find certain stories and I bring it to my channel's attention, not knowing, and at that time my channel wasn't even close to 900. I was still fighting YouTube to get out of the 200. All right, I don't know, did I show that? I didn't even think I was showing the subscription numbers at the beginning of the videos at that time, because I didn't really care too much. But the Invictus thing made me realize there need to be a story behind the athlete. And because I didn't have any knowledge, okay, of this kind of in the field, so I share what I knew. Okay, those ADA videos, okay, I sat down and did it in one day, but the video about that athlete who took her own life, it was by randomly I came across the article knowing that she took her own life. Okay, so and I share it with you. So all of this, okay, I was doing not knowing Harry was doing that himself. Okay, so that's that. Let's see here. I'm so looking forward to watching this. Can't wait for The Hague. Okay, these people really are worthy of respect and be as a role model with their focus and sacrifice. Thank you to Prince Harry. Okay, and thank you to Dominic Reed. Okay, looking forward to Invictus and completely agree. Accessibility to a global audience to Netflix will be amazing and the funds will benefit the foundation. So needed, especially after COVID impact, many fundraisers plus for the competitors being recorded training after too. And one of the things that I bought in one of my ADA video, and by the way, I think there's one of my subscribers is in the US. I remember commenting on one of those videos, and I think she is either disabled. If you're listening, let me know. I think you are in Ohio or something like that. All right, and you commented on my one of my videos, and you give me a thumbs up, and you let me know how you felt about that video or something. That's how I remember. All right, I could be wrong with the state. All right, so the thing is that one of the things that I bought in one of my videos, an idea that I bought, is that I think many of these athletes should be taken very seriously, because when I look at the expense of those equipment, it's very expensive. Like, let's say for someone who loses his or her legs or something like that, those like the Patriots, that South African guy who's probably still in prison, I don't know, who have those fake leg thing to run and stuff like that, they're not cheap. And come to find out, there are different kind of them. I'm telling you, when I did those videos, it was for my own good. So now I'm not saying I'm an expert on it, but looking into it, I was able to find there's different type of these. All right, the same way you look at sneakers, there's different type of sneakers for running, for walking, and for just regular, walking kind of thing. All right, so these things are expensive. So if we need athletes to participate in these things, guess what? Companies need to sponsor them to be able to help them with those expenses, because those things are not cheap. All right, so these kind of things need to be taken into consideration. So I'm glad Harry's doing that to put those athletes in the forefront, and I hope those athletes, to really talk about the cost of living for them. All right, if they want, the mindset. Let's say those soldiers, after those, going to war and experience all of these, the mindset, the PTSD that they have after witnessing, things, seeing bodies left and right, and this ingrained in their mind to say, and then let's say, for instance, what you thought you went to war for. Like I was talking about this soldier in Guantanamo Bay who his country said was was a terrorist, but treated him like a human being with respect. Okay, when you thought your country, whatever your country put in your brain, you're gonna fight these terrorists, this and that, but when you come and find out they are not, and then you see all those bad things you did, and then you question this is how some of those things, those soldiers put things in their mind, and where they can't live with themselves, knowing that what they thought they were fighting for, it's not what it is. And then they come home and remembering some of the things that they did because of what their country told them. This is what they're going to. This is how look, I'm not saying I'm a freaking psychologist, or I went to school and got gazillion degrees into those kind of things. But as a human being, you could see this thing play in people's mind, and they become depressed. And then to get them out of the house to do something, to be somewhat productive, it's really hard when you're thinking about these things and said, I don't need to live anymore because this is what I did for my country when it was false. I should not be doing that. All right, these kind of things play in those people's mind. But guess what? Like that soldiers that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I don't know if I'm gonna make 2 videos out of it because now I'm an hour and 20 minutes. Is that this soldier, his mind, okay, at least while he was in Guantanamo, his mind is at rest, is at peace. Look at him. He was able to travel to see that guy who his country told him he was a terrorist, and he became friend with him. Okay, if he was doing some crazy stuff to this guy, and then later to find out this guy is none of the thing what his country tell him, he'll be sitting somewhere in a room with PTSD kind of thing, those kind of thing. All right, this is the thing here. So when Harry, who's telling those soldiers, okay, it's not your fault this thing happened, okay, even though there's so many branches into this, but at least get yourself out of the house, be somewhat productive, use those games as a way to to live that couple days God left for you to live, okay, do productive things or something like that. So when these athletes are talking behind the scene, they should let everything out. Let everything out. At least some of us like me who's watching it will know, okay, this is what they had told you, or this is what you experienced, this is how much you have to sacrifice to participate in this game, how much it costs you to buy that wheelchair, and there are different type of wheelchair. All of this, that's through my ADA videos. You guys need to go back and look at those videos I did. I think I have like 4 or 5 of them, not much, and I stopped making them because I couldn't think of anything. Maybe once I see those NetFlix thing, maybe I'll come up with some ideas for more ADA thing. But I was trying not to push it. I did what I thought at the time, and I put it out there for you guys. But those things are not cheap. So people need to see. So those companies need to the main problem for me at the beginning, once I saw that, is the equipment. I saw the equipment for those people to in order for them to participate in the Invictus game. Not only they need good coach to coach them, okay, to help them navigate with, let's say, the new prosthetic leg or things like that, okay. They need all those equipment and all of this. And I even talk about houses. These were my expertise kind of thing, because when I was working in the architecture firm, okay, even though we were not specialized on ADA thing, but in New York requires everything that you're doing needs to be ADA accessible. Okay, so I was able to know that little aspect of this, where some war veteran, once they come home, their house where there is stairs, they can no longer use that stairs anymore. So the house had to be retrofit for a ramp if they're going on a wheelchair or something like that. So the house had to be modified. That costs money. It's not easy. And if you want them to be how do you call this? Want them to be self-sufficient. The bathroom have to be remodeled. The kitchen have to be remodeled. The front door have to be remodeled. All of this. Okay, I talk about this already. Okay, it costs money. So this is, again, I'm coming back for them. The money that they're spending to retrofit their house to fit the new life. Okay, and at that time they're not gonna think of being part of the Invictus. All right. At least they want the house, so if they could move around, they need the house to fit their lifestyle. Then any little penny that they have, money that they have, is not going to spend on buying equipment. They're focusing on their house, where they're going to be there 24, most of the time. They need the house to fit their lifestyle. So this is where the sponsorship comes in, where Nike or who's doing prosthetic leg or wheelchair companies need to sponsor these guys and said, look, I'm gonna sponsor you to give you the wheelchair to race and all of that, to represent us and all of this. All right, they need that because those chairs are expensive. Go back to my ADA videos. All right, so this is what Harry's bringing in here. All right, to put those people on the forefront, let them know what they are sacrificing. All right. So even let's say if they live in a house, a two-story house, they can go up the stairs. They either have to put one of those lifts, at the rail. I forgot what they call it, to get them to the second level, or the house have to put a how do they call this, a elevator or something like that. All this costs money. So if somebody's house gonna be retrofit to fit them like after, they're not gonna have money to participate in the Invictus. All right, it looks, yeah, you could do it, anybody could do it, but it takes money. They have to have the prosthetic leg, they have to have the wheelchair, they have to put that arm to throw those things and all of this. So it costs money. All right, I went off a little bit with all of this. All right, so these are for the Invictus thing here. All right, can't wait, amazing, and all of that. All right, next tweet. Bomb accused had racist image of Meghan Markle's child on phone court hears. Okay, who's Bomb? All right, let's see here. Bomb accused had racist. Okay, that's the same thing that I hear. A former Chatterton resident accused of possessing a forbidden bomb making manual that had thousands of racist images, and his phone included one. Okay, I guess they had, I'm not gonna read that article. I'm assuming, oh my god, they had was it, I don't even want to say it. Let me not say what I'm thinking. Okay, they want them dead. You see, that's the thing here. When I'm assuming, okay, whatever they find this guy in, maybe I'll read this on my own later, but I don't want to read the article. Let's bookmark it. But with the security thing with Harry and Meghan, once they moved to Canada, they took their security and all of this out. My goodness, the existence and success is an attack on their brand. Okay, I hope someone read this to Charles and the Queen, and they can remind themselves how they never wanted Archie to have security. Okay, or Meghan and ultimately Harry. If any or all three had died, I don't think any of them would have given to. You know what? Let me read it. Let's see what's happening here. All right, terror book accused had racist image of Meghan Markle's child. What? Okay, a former Chatterton resident accused of possessing a forbidden bomb-making manual had thousands of racist images on his phone, including one referring to Meghan Markle's child, a court had heard. Oliver Bell is accused of having the anarchist cookbook, my goodness, at his home in Salford in November 2019, which is banned under terrorist legislation. The 24-year-old admitted he had the book but claimed it was for academic interest. Yeah, right. And as such, he had a reasonable excuse under the legislation. But prosecutors assert that his social media activity indicates he held far-right views. Wow. His post had referred to Jews as, quote, engaged in nepotism. Oh my goodness. And that extermination was the best policy. What? He also said he lost, quote, homosexual friend, end quote, because, my goodness, because he criticized their, quote, behavior and good riddance. Okay, his activities meant he came to the attention of the Prevent program, who visited him while he was a math student at Cambridge University. His tutor flagged up a post in which he said he wanted to go on a spree. What? And yesterday, the court heard there had been thousands of racist images on his phone. Detective inspectors Philip Ogley of counterterrorism told the court out of 144,163 images, wow, 2,153 were racist, Nazi, or anti-Semitism. Wow. Take out all of this, my goodness. Prosecutors Joe Allman went through a selective of racist content. He said that one was of, quote, Her Majesty the Queen with a black child wearing the crown. What? Okay, that must be a reference to the child of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Wow. Detective Inspector Ogley confirmed it was. Okay, Mr. Allman described another picture as, quote, a Union flag held up saying we must secure the protection of our people and the future for white children. Wow. The court also heard there were pictures of quote from Myth Camp and one from Bobby Fischer stating Jews, quote, used the United States to take over the world, end quote. Okay, the court also heard a statement from Bell, which he made when he was arrested. He said, quote, it is not criminal to possess that book. It is against my human right to express an opinion. You can buy it on Amazon, end quote. This is why in the US they say you have the right to remain silent. Or they could use your word against you. There it is. They're using his own word against him. Okay, the trial of Bell currently of Eccles Old Road and Salford and formerly of Fennerfield Road and Chatterton before Judge Alan Corvat QC continues. All right. So, wow. And the thing is that this is the thing that I was saying at the beginning. It's like, I mean, if everybody have the right to do their own thing, right? But I don't see why these people, those anti-Semitism, the far right or whatever, felt that they have to interrupt someone else. Who cares if somebody's gay? Are they performing their nonsense in front of you or in the open? If you, from what I'm pretty sure I cross paths with a lot of gays and stuff like that, especially in the neighborhood that I live in. Or as a matter of fact, my building had a gay couple on the first floor. I used to be friends with them. They never done anything to me. They never did their nonsense in front of me. The same way I don't do my nonsense in front of them. But, you know, we had that mutual understanding. Like when they listen, when they throwing party, you know they throwing party. And thank God the music that they used to put, I love the music that they put. Because they be blasting that thing. And I didn't mind because I love their music. But with that being said, but I don't see why these people feel the need that it's their right to intrude on somebody else's privacy. I don't understand these people. My goodness. I mean, in one of my videos, I say at one point, if all the good people, okay, the good mind who's creative, who's producing, who's inventing, who's, you know, taking care of this land are gone because these other people felt one single thing about these people they don't like, they have to erase them. At one point, the whole world is gonna end up with stupid people, okay, and eventually they're gonna eliminate each other, and then it's not looking too bright for my kids' future. So that's what I got out of this. All right. And yeah, like some of the squads are saying here, I hope someone read this to Charles and the Queen and they can remind themselves how they never wanted Archie to have security. All right? I mean, I don't think they give a damn about it because they just want to keep their money. It's so sick to think, to even imagine this is how they think. All right, next tweet. Remember, these are all my humble opinion. Next tweet. All right, let's see here. Quote, when there is no light to break the dark, that's when I look at you. All right, so is that the music? Yeah, it's a music. I'm probably gonna be flagged for it. So yeah, there's a music. I'm sorry, I'm gonna mute that. Look at him. When he's looking at her, it's like, my goodness. Oh, that hair. Phew. Oh, my goodness. He loved to make sure the hair is in good place. Oh, my God. I have a picture in my mind. I don't even want to say. Oh, my God. Just think when you're riding a horse, okay? You have to direct the horse. That's all I'm saying. This is what his families don't like, because when they are in a space, they're next to each other, they are in their own bubble. They don't care what's going on around them. Look at, especially here, look at them, their own little bubble. Oh, look, oh, you guys know what I thought here. Ah. Oh, that is so nice. Every chance they get. Okay, it's how many minutes? 2 minutes. Okay, it's almost done anyway. if it's not Harry who's looking at her like a crazy puppy, a love puppy, look at them. It's Megan who's doing that. I'm telling you, but look at them. Look at them. They're only the bubble. I'm so happy looking at the pregnancy picture there. I'm so happy she's having a different experience. I'm so happy she's having a different experience with a second birth. Because that first one, my goodness, it should not be like that. When, I remember, I'm talking for myself now. I remember when I finally found myself pregnant with with my firstborn. The joy that comes into my mind when you are planning for something like this and it happened. My goodness, so much joy. And these people just, my goodness, they are evil for that. For, making her her first pregnancy then go the way, it should have been. Well, at least now she's having a different experience. All right, this is why Archie is like a definite. I mean, everybody is a God's child, but he's a miracle child. Okay, we need to always keep a prayer on all of them, not just Archie. Archie need on my last video. I drag Archie and Miss Joria on my nonsense. Let me move on so I don't go. Let's see, next tweet. Okay, this is what I bookmark. Okay, she attended the funeral herself, being driven door to door, usher in and out after being styled to look fabulous top to toe. My God, her sacrifice should be applauded. I'm assuming they're talking about Kay. Yep, I'm not even gonna go on it. All right, I was trying to avoid all of this. I'm not gonna go on it. Next one. Oh, that's all. That's all I bookmark. You see, it's just 6 I bookmark. Alright, let me go to home and see what they're talking about. Alright, let's see if anything new popped up. Okay, perfect. There's a prayer. Alright, so an hour 42. Alright, 42 minutes ago. Perfect. Let me like it. Lord, thank you for a new day. Please protect, bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, baby, and Doria and their supporters. Destroy all wicked plans against them and defeat their enemies. We pray for justice. Okay, please be with the victim, bring comfort and healing in Jesus' name. Amen. And while I'm reading this, there's a tweet that I came across yesterday. It's from one of the squad where I don't know if she's in South Africa or something like that, but someone who lost whose cousin or something, or nephew or niece or something like that, lost their child on a house fire. So I hope I commented on that post. I didn't bookmark it, but since it came to mind, and I just want to bring it and hope they find comfort and hope the child rests in peace. My goodness, no mother should, no parents actually should lose a child. Okay, when justice is done, it brings joy to the righteous, but terror to the evildoers. Wow, that's interesting. When justice is done, it brings joy to the righteous, but terror to the evildoer. I'm thinking of the George Floyd thing. All right, they find that police officer guilty. Look at them, like 2 kids. Look at Harry. Man, he wear his ring with pride. With pride. Okay. That's Paige. 33 minutes ago. I haven't seen some of her tweet in a while. Okay, she's laughing. War voters are so silent about viewership. The racist Philip funeral then do the numbers in the US. I guess viewers seem to be more interested in Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. That's upside down laugh. It plays on 3 channels. Got less than 1/3 views. So glad Meghan didn't go to that shit show. Even me, I stay away from Twitter. And when I realized I had because on Saturday and Sunday, I usually have the computer to myself. And it's when I was taking a shower, I was like, oh, let me make a tribute for Prince Philip. on behalf of Harry. That's it. That was that. And then my next two videos don't look to place. And then I went, the two videos that I did after that on the same day, the Harry come home kind of video, and you guys love it. And the other one that I did, which was maybe 2 days later, and I went on full blast. I talk about the feel sorry queen sitting by herself. At first it got me, and then afterward it just smacked me in the face. That woman is vicious. Okay, it wasn't too pleasant. I knew I didn't have anything good to say, so I was staying from Twitter. But when I came back, I went back. When I went back to Twitter, all the feeling that I was feeling just went out on that video. All right, let's see here. So she has no comment. She has more like and retweet. All right, this tweet is unavailable, so I'm unable to see it. Okay, next tweet. Home sweet home. Welcome home, Harry. You are the only gentleman of the royal family. Oh, is he back? Is he back? When did she post this? 3:28 a.m. That's today. That's like when I just started recording. Okay, just saw it from Ryan Myers, but I didn't click on it. I don't trust him. Okay, is he home? In that case, it as it should. Okay, yes. All right. So she's saying she saw it, but she didn't click on it. I'm telling you, the squad or something. They don't click on their nonsense because they don't always tell the truth. All right, that was an hour ago, the gold standard. All right, Andrew still has met police protection, and his mommy is paying for private security too. He hasn't been working royal in 1.5 years. Let's see. Prince Andrew's police protection was scaled back last year as part of cost-cutting measures as he withdrew from royal duties because of the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. He still hasn't met police personal protection, but his officers are no longer routinely armed. Okay, private secretary at the Royal Lodge, which Andrew shares with his ex-wife Sarah, Duchess of York, is provided by the private purse of the Queen's private income. There was something. When they said the Jeffrey Epstein scandal thing, there's someone on one of my videos put a comment in there, and said something like, how did that comment go? What, like Harry should not be a royal? Okay, that's the way it went. I can't. If I see the screenshot, I'll show you that Harry should not be a royal because he married a black woman, something like that. And then I responded and I told her, yes, I agree with her. And I put some links and I said, with the royal, with so many pedos and whose friends are being arrested left and right in different countries, who want to be have the royal name next to you. So I was like, yes, I agree with you. And I don't know if she deleted it. I was looking for it for a while. I didn't see it, but I put several links on that tweet, and that response. I put one tweet of one of mine, okay, one of my videos, and several article tweets on that thing. I mean, they think they're saying something, but if you don't know your thing, you buy into their nonsense. Okay, when they try to rewrite history. Again, on my last video, and I told you guys, they know exactly why they're doing when they're printing all this BS out. Okay, it's for the future. When kids in the future is looking back at what was happening during Harry and Meghan's time, these are the things they're gonna be reading. All right. All of this here, oh, look at this. I came across it again. That's the Metropolitan thing here. All right. So that's that. It's not about the world, but this is the thing here. Trying to rewrite history. Okay, next tweet. 4 years of racist abuse against Meghan in which she wasn't allowed to defend herself. One single interview with Oprah, and certain people are still losing their minds weeks after it aired. This tells me they never expect or wanted her to tell her side of the story. I think so. Was it in one of the things that I came across where they told her, not her, yeah, they told her to be quiet, but in terms of the royal voters, they said, oh, you could do that, she can't speak or something like that. It's like they were playing double sword. They saying one thing to Meghan and then backstabbing her on the other hand. All right, let's see. Me, every time I see a royalist pop up under my tweet, especially these KKK Kate worshippers. Okay, and when you look at many of the YouTube, yesterday, oh my God, I got recommended several YouTube videos about the royals, about this and that, and I told them I'm not interested. But you could see where YouTube is going with this, and you see some of my videos where at the beginning I start with a couple hundred, 911 subscribers, and then by the time I finish the video, when I go back, they took the subscriptions out. So they're promoting those negative things. They're force feeding people these kind of videos, and they think some people who are on YouTube are doing these things for money. Like my videos, believe me, I would love to make money off of my videos. I'm not hiding that at all, but that's not the reason why I'm making those videos, because we see a wrong on these things. These people are crazy, and I'm a perfect example, all right? Because you could see the 3 digits on my videos. Okay, the numbers, when you look at subscribers, 909 subscribers. Let me refresh it and see. All right, still 909. It's fine. But the thing is that many of you have seen my numbers goes up and then went straight back down, because you could see the 3 digit. But when you in the 1,000, they shorten it out where they put 1K or 2K, but you don't see all the other numbers in between. So for me, you could automatically see what's going on here. So all those positive Sussex Squad channels, yeah, they're not promoting it. YouTube is not promoting them, all right, like they do with the other channels. All right, let's see. The amount of trigger royalists bat under this tweet, it's amazing how they always manage to find a new tweet about Meghan. Obsessed much, okay? Go to some KK's page and talk about her hair, makeup, and clothes. Leave Meghan supporters alone. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with these people where they feel like they have to follow somebody that they're not in line with. I mean, that should, disrupt the mind pretty much, okay? Her forced silence was part of her abuse. Yep, that's true. Yep, I've tried mightily to bite my tongue in recent days, but Kate Middleton's image being sanitized at the expense of Meghan once again is infuriating. Who was expected to be good negress, I will never back those who I believe are committing to uphold racism. That's right. She's a reporter. Now she was the one who was talking about her neighbors. I don't know if you remember that video. Maybe 2 or 3 videos. She was reporting about her neighbors, the thing that was going on. The brother slept with. Let me not go there. All right. The thing that aches me the most is how people over there literally believe everything the tabloids say. It's mind-boggling. Explains my British was possible. All right, that's true. It's 2 lies. Okay, Meghan barely spilled a tea on them. She mostly spoke of how the experience affect her. That's her story to tell. And then just that other tabloid she put to rest, okay, about who makes who cry. Okay, I left the interview convinced she wasn't accepted and they were going to suffocate her spirit until they broke her. The unworthy royal family underestimate them both. That's true, Harry and Meghan. I totally agree. I think that is part of why they lost their mind when they left. Loss of control, loss of narrative, loss of scapegoat, loss of profit. That is true. All right, yes. The mistreatment was supposed to make the Sussexes compliant little lamb, but they fled like Harriet Tubman. That is true. Like Harriet Tubman, and create a life worth living. Between Diana's money, Meghan's suits money, they were never 100% dependent. It's definitely a toxic family. Okay, precisely. If she did that, she won't take anything off the table and will be so honest and include sharing her vulnerabilities. If she had left out how damaged her mental health became, they would have used it to discredit her. Everyone believes her, but some didn't want her to tell. Yep. Okay, there's a reply in here. What did it say here? Okay, it isn't the whole family. It was done by the heir and some of his PR staff. It was done by Princess it was done to Princess Diana. Situation get twisted and lies told by PR to make the direct heir look better. Williams PR staff did it to Meghan, and okay, I didn't think of. I mean, we sort of knew it was either the two heirs, the future and future, but we could never pinpoint. But the way she's putting it, it makes sense. Okay, situation get twisted and lies told by PR to make the direct heirs look better. Williams PR staff did it to Meghan, and in early years it was done to Harry. That is true. That is true. Right, latest round of garbage article. I don't click on and say Harry and Meghan won't last. They are so jealous how Harry loves that woman and his own family. Unbelievable. And then and the last video that I did, and I was talking about how the other royals who are in a marriage always have to go outside of the marriage to get a little spicy rice here and there, and I don't even think it's as spicy as Harry is getting it from home. But the thing is that Harry got it. All right, Harry loves somebody, and he probably Meghan took him places he never knew he could go. Meghan. Oh my God, Harry probably didn't know certain position was possible. I'm off of that, so I don't go on. So I'm gonna throw another prayer here for the other videos. Prayer for family. So I was looking at this. There's another one that I saw, and I'm gonna do it. All right, just in case I create two videos, because I haven't been throwing a lot of prayers lately. All right, prayer for families. Holy and Almighty Lord, I give thanks today for my family. May you fill each of us with your love and lead us closer to you. Help us enjoy our time together, definitely, growing closer as a family, reflecting your love into this world, strengthening our relationship, deepening our faith, and build us up into a stronger family. Focus on following you, Lord. Shower your blessing upon each member of my family, speaking your love deeply into their hearts and healing all that ails. All right, yeah. Lord, be the cornerstone of our family, our firm foundation. Amen. All right, so I'm reading a couple of prayers, depending on how many videos I'm gonna be doing, because I read a lot of tweets that's worth like 3 hours worth of tweets. So I want to put a prayer for each one of these videos if I decide to cut them. All right, let me do one more prayer. All right, so I'm almost 2 hours here. The thing is gonna stop by itself. So yeah, I don't want to stop in between tweet. So please keep, subscribe, all right, because YouTube is messing up my channel, removing subscription. All right, so take a moment to subscribe, like, and share, and thanks for watching.